So we're going to be looking at something called Publish Online. So this is a way for you to get your InDesign documents online and for it to support all the interactivity that you want, whereas an interactive PDF kind of only gets you halfway there, even less than halfway there, because it doesn't support all the interactivity. So this slide that you see here shows you, compared to PDF, Publish Online basically supports everything: hyperlinks, bookmarks, buttons, animation, video, page transitions, object states. The only thing it doesn't support is the fillable form feature, which is unique to PDF. So we're going to be looking at this document, which is Publish Online Start. You can download the zip file from the link in the description and then just extract it and open this file. So this file is kind of a continuation from the video I did about interactive PDFs. So I'm not going to repeat the steps that I did in the interactive PDF video to create the things that a PDF supports. So what I have already done here is I've put in bookmarks. So if I go to my window, interactive bookmarks, you'll see that my bookmarks are already created. If you want to know how to do that, go and watch the interactive PDF video. And I've also created hyperlinks. So window, interactive, hyperlinks. And these are hyperlinks to next page, previous page, and also to email address, web address, and so on. And then I've also created hyperlinks to go from page to page. And then finally, I've removed the fillable form area, and we'll replace that with a video area, because remember that Publish Online doesn't support fillable forms. So what we're going to do here is we're going to continue and include more interactivity that a PDF doesn't support, but Publish Online does support. So the first thing we're going to look at is animation. So on our home page here, I just want a few things to happen to make the cover page an interesting introduction. You don't want to go bananas with animation and animate everything, but a few things kind of just makes the page an interesting introduction. So I'm going to unlock all my layers, and I'm going to go to Window and Interactive Animation. And I'm going to keep this pretty simple. You can get pretty complex with animations. You can use buttons to start and stop animations, a lot of kind of complex stuff, but I want to try and keep this video as short as possible. So I'm going to take this Durban and this Where the Fun Never Sets. I'm going to group them, and then I'm going to go to the animation presets, and I'm going to say fly in from top. Okay. Then I'm going to take this Surf City, where the city meets the blue ocean, and I'm going to say fly in from left, and this Durban Spice, fly in from right. I'm going to take this transparent block plus the text, group those, and I'm going to say fly in from bottom. And then the background image, I'm just going to fade that in. So if I preview this, and you'll see that most of your interactive panels have got a little button at the bottom here that says Preview Spread EPUB. That's just kind of a preview of what it's likely going to look like. So if I click on that and wait for it to process, let me just press the, oh, there we go. Let me just play it again. Okay, so you can't see much here, and the reason why is because all of the white stuff is coming on before the background image, so you're not even seeing that animation until the background image fades in. So we want to change the order that the animation plays, and also the timing, so that some things will play together instead of one thing, then another thing, then another thing. And we do that with the timing panel. So you'll see that in your animation panel, you have a little button here that says Show Timing Panel. If I click on that, it shows me all the animations for this page, and I can reorder them. So I want the cover beach pick, that's the fade in, to be first. So I'll go up to the top with that. And then, so that's going to play first. And then I'm going to get these items here, and I'm just going to get them all to play together. So I'll select them all, and I'll click on this button that says play together. Let's preview it now. Okay, I think that's actually pretty nice. All right, I'm happy with that. So that's our animation and our timing. Now, I'm not going to go and put lots of animation everywhere else, but that's sufficient for now. Then I'm going to put in some page transitions. So window, interactive, page transitions, and I'm going to choose something simple like a fade, and I'm just going to say let's leave it on medium, and then this button here, apply to all spreads. So I just want to have a consistent transition between all pages. Okay, so I've done this page. I'm going to get rid of that. Next page, we've got nothing more that we want to do there. We've already got all of those hyperlinks from the previous video. Here, what I've done is I've taken those 3 images that were together in this block here, and I have stack them on top of each other. So if I select one and go to my layers and open that up, you'll see that I've got these spicy dish 1, 2, and 3 all together on top of each other. And then I've got these 3 little circles, which I'm going to use for buttons. So I'm going to select those 3 images and do it in your layers panel by holding shift and selecting those little blocks. So I've got those 3 items selected all on top of each other, and I'm going to go to window, interactive, object states, and I'm going to press the little plus button, and I'm going to give it a name. I'm just going to call it slideshow. Okay, so you can see that I can switch now between those different images from the object states here, but I need a way for the user to be able to do that, and so I'm going to use these 3 little dots for them to be able to switch between the images, and I'm going to do that by using buttons and forms. So window, interactive, buttons and forms. Select the first circle and choose button, and I'm just going to call this image 1, and we will choose the action, go to state, and we'll say slideshow state 1. Then for the rollover effect, I want it to be 70% opacity. And for the click, I want to swap around the white and the black stroke and fill. So that's normal, that's rollover, that's click. Okay, now for the next one, it's pretty much a repetition of that. Button. And it's going to be go to state. And I'm going to call this image 2. And it'll be slideshow and state 2, and the rollover will be 70% opacity, and the click will be black and white reversed. Okay, and then the last one, button, image 3, and then go to state, and it will be state 3, rollover, same. And same with click. Okay, so that's our multi-state item. Let's test it from this little button down the bottom here. So if I click on these, I can cycle through those images. Okay, so that's working fine. All right, and then I want to go down here to the Surf City page. I want to put a video in here. Now you can put videos like MP4s into your documents, and it is fully supported by Publish Online. And you would do that by going Window, Interactive, Media, and then you would add your media from this button here, and it's just like placing an image really, and then you've got some controls here. But just bear in mind that means that the upload time is going to be longer and it's a little bit more unwieldy. I would recommend that you place an embedded link to a video from somewhere like YouTube. So this is how you would do it. I've got a video queued up here, and it's a Durban Surf City video, and you'll look over here at share. If I click on share, you want to go to embed, and you want to copy this code here, this iframe code. So copy, and if you can't do that, I've actually supplied you on the side here with the code that you can copy. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go object, insert HTML, paste the code that you copied in here, and say OK. and then just position this frame where you want that video to be. Now, it's probably not going to preview in InDesign using your InDesign EPUB preview. So you're going to have to wait until you actually publish to test this. But it should work. And it'll be basically a YouTube video playing in the page. All right, and that's pretty much it. There's loads of other stuff that you can do with interactivity, but those are the main features there. So I'm just going to show you how would I go about now publishing online. So I'm just going to save this somewhere so I don't save over the original. And then you're going to go File, Publish Online, give it a name. So I'll just call it Durban Brochure. And I'll leave the description. You can put a description in if you want. Publish new document, range all. We actually need all pages. I'm just going to say all. Export as spread. And then I don't want password protection. And then I'm going to say publish. Okay, now it's going to upload it. And it's going to provide me with a link, and that is the link that you can share with people, and then they can follow that link and see your online publication. Okay, so I'm going to copy that link, and I'm just going to go back to my browser, and I'm just going to paste that link in here. And you can see it plays the animation. I can go to the next page. There's links here. All of these links will work. The slideshow will work. The video will play. Okay. And all of these navigations will play as well. Okay, so everything's working there. Now, one more thing, if I just go back to InDesign, is if you want to manage your online publications, go to File, and then Publish Online Dashboard. And it will sign you into your Adobe Creative Cloud account, and it will show you a list of all of the things you published. So you can see here I've published a test document, which I can delete here. So I'm going to delete that. And yeah, it's just a place for you to see all of your online publications. Now, this Publish Online is, for me, by far the most stable way of publishing interactive documents online. I have spent many years wrangling with the EPUB format, and many of my students have, and it's very unreliable, and it depends on your EPUB reader, and it's just not a great experience. So Publish Online is very stable, it's reliable, it's fast, and it's predictable.